Hello, my dear subscriber. My name is Oleksandr Naumchuk, and I am a practicing urologist. I'm glad to welcome you to my channel, Urologist Naumchuk. Today, we're going to talk about something important. How can you improve your potency? And in general, how can you improve your erection in just 5 minutes? Guys, you only need to spend just 5 minutes each and every day for everything to get better. There are quite a lot of theories as to why a man's potency can be poor. This can be due to psychological factors or poor blood flow to the penis. It can also be caused by back injuries or inflammatory processes in the prostate gland. By the way, I've already talked about this before. But few people mention that a weak erection, or to put it simply, a good hard-on, actually depends on the blood circulation in your head, on how well all those processes are working up there, and how to directly improve that blood flow so it has a direct impact on your erection. You all know very well that there are things in the brain like the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland, and all of these components produce hormones. I'm not going to get into the whole hormonal sphere right now. In simple terms, I'll try to explain to you how this works, how good blood circulation in the brain directly affects an erection. So look, each of us, men and women, though right now we're talking about men, has something called a hormonal axis. This hormonal axis passes through somatoliberin, which is produced in the hypothalamus, and also goes through the pituitary gland. And in the pituitary gland, the growth hormone is produced. This growth hormone acts directly on the liver, where a hormone called somatomedin C is produced. This very somatomedin C directly affects the hormonal component of male sex hormones. Simply put, it directly influences testosterone, which in turn affects erection itself. So there you have it, a simple chain, right? These are the hormones on which your erection depends. Somatoliberin is produced, then it acts on the pituitary gland, which produces growth hormone, and then it acts on the liver. There, somatomedin C is produced, which directly affects testosterone. And if you improve blood circulation in the head and enhance the function of the pituitary gland and hypothalamus, then the amount of these hormones produced will also directly improve and increase, which directly affects your erection. So how can you, by spending just 5 or 10 minutes of your time, improve blood circulation in your head? It's all simple. There is a method. When a person loses consciousness, besides raising their legs, because blood leaves the head and flows to the legs, which causes the loss of consciousness, there is also a method where you can rub the earlobe. In fact, you should rub the earlobe, and you rub it very vigorously until it turns red. You can use both earlobes or just one, which causes blood to rush to the head. In addition to the pain factor, this increase in blood flow to the head helps the person regain consciousness. This shows that it's very simple. By spending just 5 or 10 minutes a day, you can massage your own earlobe. Not to the point of pain, of course, but until you feel warmth in your earlobe. You can massage both earlobes. This improves blood circulation in the head. As a result, the production of hormones I mentioned earlier, those related to the hormonal axis I described, also improves. The functioning of the hypothalamus and pituitary gland then directly affects the production of hormones responsible for testosterone. It's all very simple. This is a life hack, you could say in simple terms, that will directly influence the quality of your erection. But remember one thing, my dear men. Right now we are talking about a healthy person who has a normal erection and just wants to improve it because he feels like he wants more. longer lasting results and so on. We are talking about an absolutely healthy person right now. But if there are issues, say, related to poor blood circulation in the genital area, which we can only detect after an ultrasound of the cavernous bodies, or if there are back problems or neurological issues that also affect erection, then that's a different matter altogether. What I've just shared is a life hack for healthy individuals, was aimed at improving blood circulation in the head and boosting hormone production, which directly affects erection. That's all for now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. And subscribe. If you need a consultation, the link will be in the description below. And let's do this. The next video will depend on you, what you're interested in and what you'd like me to talk about in future videos. That way it'll be more interesting for everyone, and it'll be more interesting for me too. You'll share your problems and I'll explain, describe, and tell you what to do in simple terms. So have a great evening, everyone. Bye bye.